Welcome there, wrestling fans. This is John Bullard, the host of Pro Wrestling Tonight. And with us in the studio here at Alco TV is the one and only, the man with a concrete right hand, the man who is truly the enforcer of the A.R.C, the one and only Jackson P. Larkin. Mr. Larkin, thank you for being with us here at the studio. You are known as an athlete, a businessman, and a true scholar in the field of not only professional wrestling, but also in business. And I know you're with us because you've been wanting to do an interview for a long time. We've been wanting to get a hold of you. Finally got to get hold of C-Red, and we talked to C-Red, and C-Red got everything lined up for this to be done. So thank you for being with us, first and foremost.
Yeah, I did it for Red, man. I did it for Red, you take care of those that take care of you. That's pretty much what I'm about.
So tell us, since we've seen you wrestle for Chicagoland Championship Wrestling, you've been wrestling all over the Midwest now. You've been seen on Fight TV Prime. You've been seen on Powered Forward United Kingdom, here at Alco TV on upcoming episodes. Who is Jackson P. Larkin? I mean, tell us your backstory. I mean, for the fans at home who've been seeing you in action, you've not really talked a whole lot to the fans and let people know about your backstory.
I mean, what's there really to tell, John? Who am I? I'm about get the money, get the job done. That's me. That's how I've always been. I get the money, I get the job done, I leave. There's no time for any of this other small talk, this business, get to know you, shake hands. I only shake hands with people that put money in it. It's that simple. That's what I'm about. Handling business, getting the job done, and not book it. Unless you're putting money in my pocket, we got nothing to discuss.
So when you first started out in high school, I did a little bit of the backstory research on you, and a little background on top of that. You actually were a two-sport athlete. You played football. You was a standout linebacker. But it was actually your high school wrestling record for the state that really set you apart from other individuals in your school and also in your division. You went on to college and had a successful collegiate background in wrestling. And also you graduated with a 3.5 grade point average as well. So we definitely know that you are a man with a high intelligence and also a high pedigree of athletic skills. What has made you decide to join up with the A.R.C? So
I'll put to you like this: 3.8 GPA, by the way, but
stand corrected.
Hey, first of all, I respect for you doing your research. I like to keep a lot of things a secret about me because I never like to give my opponent the other hand. They don't need to know everything about me. A lot of people see me and they just expect me to be like a big dumb brute. But no one needs now they know I'm smart, so now I got to change some game plans up. But what made me join the A.R.C is the fact that out of all, pretty much, keeping it real with you, C-Red was the only one to ever come up to me and be like, "Yo, I like your style, I like what you're doing, and I respect what you do. Let's make something happen." He don't it seemed like no matter what I do, even where I come from, even when I was a two-sport athlete and all that, he the only person, one of the few people in life to come up to me that said, "I respect you. I like what you're doing. I like what we can get from you. Let's make something happen." And I appreciate that. He came up to me like a man and said, let's talk business. He acknowledged me. He actually appreciated the man that I am. Took the time to actually figure me out on a friendly basis, not on a competitive level or trying to get something out of me. So, of course, I'm gonna listen to him, and him being who I consider a legend in the game, and me being a rookie in the game. Why wouldn't I align myself with a legend like that? That's what all you vets and all you promoters usually encourage, right?
That's true. That is accurate. He is a legend in Chicago wrestling. He's also have managed some of the absolute best champions that pro wrestling has produced.
Exactly. So why would I not?
With you joining the A.R.C, joining their legacy of almost seemed like 15 years now, brutality. of them winning championships. Every promotion they have entered, they have dominated. There is an interesting person that you kind of have a lot of history with that we really haven't, well, kind of touched the subject about. And that is the guy that a lot of people believe is your arch nemesis, the one and only, the Black Wolf, Braven Fett.
What you want to know about Fett, man?
Well, from what I have been told, and through also, once again, some background searching, you two guys started out actually as best friends.
Confirm. I can confirm. All right. So, anything with me and Fett, Fett's story, Blackwater Temple, all that, all that stuff, Fett. And like I said, I'm a man that's telling the truth. Give credit where credit is due. I remember Fett strolled into our wrestling school trying to look for something new, trying to up his game instead of just doing all them funny looking kicks or whatever he do. I mean, he accurate, but he was one dimensional at a point in time. So he came to the school, and on his first day, he showed off. He showed off on his first day. He was killing it. And I remember, I'll never forget, I walked up to him and I told him, "Hey man, you're killing it right now. You'll never be better than me." And that's what I do to all my people to motivate them. I'm like, "You'll never be better than me, but you're going to be good." And ever since then, like our rivalry in school brought us closer together. And like you said, I've been training longer than him. So he used to come to me and be like, "Yo man, what you think of this? What you think of that? Blah, blah, blah." And we became best friends through wrestling, honestly. We was tight. I considered him a brother. So, I mean, yeah, all of that is true. But, life goes on and things change. People change.
Well, not to push the subject, Mr. Larkin, but you guys were like brothers. You guys always traveled together. You guys were inseparable. What caused the divide?
It was, and, from my point of view, this is how I see it. Like, I never truly, truth be told, I didn't start hating Fett the man until we got to CCW with you. Before that, I hated the idea that Braven Fett was better than me. It's one thing, you always want to see your people be successful. So, like I said, life happens, and I believe that one of the best abilities is availability. And at the time, Braven Fett had a little more availability than me. So he was getting chosen for spots on shows to wrestle, like here, there, everywhere. And it's not like he didn't deserve it, but it's like, I'm still here. So why isn't anybody talking to me? I'm the one helping him get better. I'm the one trying to make it in this as well. You said it yourself. I've been wrestling since high school. Wrestling is my life. And I'm watching a dude who just strolled in trying to get better at something, get something that I want. And it'd be one thing if it was like, "All right, bro, we got this. Let's go do this together." No, Fett decided to just go be Fett on his own. Fett got all these opportunities that with my help, he got all these opportunities and decided to just leave me in the dust. And I don't get down like that. I believe we supposed to have each other's back. So it was the idea that Fett could be better than me at wrestling that probably planted the seed. But it wasn't until CCW when the hatred actually blossomed. I'll put it pretty much, that's it. Like after we had that match, after we had a wrestling match, and he hit me with a cheap kick. The one with the impressive wrestling record, the one that's been helping him wrestle, lost a wrestling match to a cheap kick. And now people think he's better than me. And I don't like that. I don't like that one bit.
Now coming up on August 21st here in Michigan City, it has been signed officially. It is going to be you, the man with the concrete right hand, Jackson P. Larkin, versus the Black Wolf, Braven Fett, and not in a regular professional wrestling match, but a unsanctioned, Falls Count Anywhere, Michigan City street fight.
I'm sorry, I laugh. I laugh every time you say Michigan City street fight. I laugh every time I hear that. and he picked the match. You heard him. He picked the match, right?
He did. It was his idea.
Michigan City street fight. You know where I'm from?
You grew up in the south side of Chicago.
I'm from the south side of Chicago. You think I'm worried about what little Michigan City got to do? Ain't nothing in Michigan City but a little strip mall, little outlet mall. What y'all got in Michigan City? Not no streets. I'm not worried about no Michigan City street fight. I'm from the toughest streets in the United States. You serious? Yeah, I signed that because that's a cakewalk. The match style is a cakewalk. I know who I'm dealing with when it comes to Fett. I know he a challenge, but when it come to street fighting, I ain't worried about no Michigan City street fight, bro. Me and the A.R.C, we from the South Side. What's a Michigan City street fight? Anybody ask Fett? Somebody ask Fett what's a Michigan City street fight?
Well, we'll definitely make sure we'll ask him that question, and next time he's in the studio.
Let me know when you ask him, because I can tell you what a Chicago street fight is. And I'm bringing that. I'm bringing that in August. I'm bringing Chicago with me. I'm bringing the South Side with me in August.
So, I mean, with his martial arts background, also not including Muay Thai, but also with weapons, are you not concerned?
I got a weapons background too. I have to survive. Everything wasn't roses for me just because I went to school and because I was an athlete. Things wasn't roses for me. I got a weapons background too. I got a wrestling background too. I could fight. He throw kicks. I beat people up. And I've been beating people up for a long time. Not because I felt like it. Not because I needed to do it for sport, but because I needed to do it for survival. So I'm not worried about what he bringing to the table. I know what he brings to the table because I've known him since Blackwater Temple. I knew him before he was Fett. I knew him before he was the man that y'all know. I'm not worried about him. I know him. I know what he's capable of. That's not to say that I don't think he's credible. He's very credible. But I can't be worried about somebody that I've known for years.
I mean, are you not shocked that he might pull out something that you may have never seen before, or he might find some type of foreign weapon that we never think that we would ever see in a wrestling ring?
I'm gonna add next time. I know you're gonna interview him soon because I know you love him so much. Next time you interview him, I want you to ask him the same question.
Okay. No, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. That's a fair question to ask, to your opponent. And you know what? You know me, I'm a man of my word. If I ask you a question, I'll ask him the same question too. Because that's fair.
What am I gonna bring?
What are you planning to bring?
That's my business.
Oh, I see how that is. Okay.
I ain't stupid, John. I'm not stupid. I know he's skilled. I'm not gonna tell you. No, I ain't stupid. You know, I ain't stupid, man.
Well, you're a man of intelligence. So, I mean, I will never deny or ever denounce your IQ. Definitely when it comes to the way that you have made a living, the way you've made a career out of everything that you wanted to do. I mean, let's talk a little bit about your past. You said it yourself, you grew up in one of the roughest neighborhoods in Chicago. South Side, statistics, it's one of the most deadly places for a young person to grow up in. And not only did you grow up in it, not only you survived it, but you thrived. You've made something out of yourself when other people didn't survive. And you're showing the world that you can't count out the guy who might be the underdog.
and that's what's crazy. It's like, the picture that's painted. Yeah, it's rough. It gets real rough. I guess I am an underdog, huh? I don't feel that underdog energy. Everybody usually loves the underdog. So it was just funny for me to hear you call me an underdog, because it seemed like everywhere I go, I'm not treated as the underdog. The underdog is lovable. I like the way it sounds. I'm the baddest man on the planet. That's the reception that I get. Everybody boos the ones that are great. I feel like LeBron James every time I come to Chicagoland. I feel like Tom Brady. I feel like all these people that you hate. Yeah, I'm an underdog. On paper, I'm an underdog. South side of Chicago, having to fight for my life, fight for my family, fight to protect what's mine, while trying to be a better person like society tells me to be. Yeah, I'm the underdog, but you wouldn't know about the way I walk and talk. I don't use that as a crutch, and that's why I'm better than most of these people. I'm not trying to use that as a crutch. What we right now, we just talking facts. I don't need sympathy. I got through it. The problem is other people feel like they can't, and that's what puts me above the rest. I was there too. You figure it out the way I figured it out.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you know, the great ones in life, they usually always rise above. Any type of challenge is thrown at them, they rise above it. That's why I can never knock the man that you are. Do I despise the underhanded tactics you've done? Yeah. No, I'd be honest with you on that.
Oh,
Being real with you,
Watch this. I'm about to prove a point. Watch this. Watch this. What have I done that's underhanded?
Well, you certainly have went out of your way to cheat with the A.R.C. I mean, we have it on camera.
What I did?
Oh, gouging eyes.
See,
choking.
That's history. Choking in wrestling, that's history. I learned that from the greats. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Bullard. And I'm kind of glad you brought this up because it goes back to my point. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. If I cheated, I would have been disqualified from any match that I had.
If the referee would have caught you. You are correct on that.
Now, okay. Have I been disqualified?
You have not.
I have not.
And I will stand corrected on that. You have not been disqualified. I want this to go on record for all our viewers at home. This man that I am talking to has never been disqualified.
I've never been disqualified. See, what happened is I linked up with people from the South Side. I linked up with the A.R.C., and the A.R.C.'s dark cloud is above my head. So whatever the A.R.C. does, I get blamed for it. Right? Yeah. Has Miles and C Red cheated? Yeah. That's what they do. Have I individually? That's the problem. That's why I'm the underdog. Because no matter what label you put on me, whether it's Southside of Chicago, whether it's A.R.C., all those labels come with me no matter what I do. And that's why I walk around with the attitude that I walk around with, because y'all just gonna put me in a box anyway. So I might as well, I'm starting to get comfortable with that box. You understand what I'm saying? I'm starting to get comfortable with those labels. So now, now I'm gonna just take it. But I just wanted to point that out. I just wanted to let you and these people that do the same thing that you just did to me do. That's what y'all do. I've not been disqualified.
No,
I've not. You got nothing. Y'all got nothing to say that I've been cheating, other than the fact that I'm associated with the A.R.C. I'm 6'2", 250. I got this hand. What I need to cheat for?
I do have to ask, what's with the right hand? We've seen you knock guys out, just brutality, one punch, lay people out. Now, I know you have your wrestling background. You have your football background. Were you training in boxing before you hit the ring, or were you going into MMA? What's the backstory of that fist? Because we look at the tape. The tape fist usually does damage, but it also protects your knuckles. Do you have a steel plate in that hand? What's the backstory on that?
No. First of all, don't ever disrespect me by thinking that what right here is not natural talent. Don't ever disrespect me like that. This is 100% me. Now, what's with the fist? Now, where did I grow up?
Chicago, South Side.
What did I have to do? I had to what? Fight, right?
Fight for everything you had.
I said that a couple times, right? Let's just say through a couple of times of protecting myself, I found out that let's say I found out I was gifted. Let's say I found out I was gifted and I figured out, what can I do to make this gift even better? So, wrestling training, right? Nobody ever thinks like, how many times, how extensive is wrestling training? How many times are you in the weight room? What are you working out when you wrestle? Everything, right?
That's correct.
So if I'm getting stronger in wrestling, if I'm getting stronger in football, and if on a regular basis I have to protect myself in the streets, how do you think that this was born?
Natural,
God-given. God given. So what's with the fist? I look at the fist as something that helped me get through. It helped me survive. It helped me get through these hard times. It helped me do what I had to do to get better. Whether it was shaking hands with businessmen, whether it was knocking somebody out just for the safety of me and mine, that's what this hand is. It's protection. It's safety. It's vengeance. It's whatever you want to call it. It's victory. That's it.
And I know the right hand has become your symbol. It's on your T-shirts. It's pretty much everywhere. When your presence around, your fan base definitely lets everybody know that that hand of vengeance is going to literally destroy, knock down, or take out whoever stands in front of you. So you definitely have earned the reputation as being the hardest hitting guy in all of Chicago wrestling. So coming up with the street fight on August 21st, you may not need a weapon. I mean, literally, your hand is a weapon.
You said that.
Oh, I mean, as this being a former professional wrestler myself, being someone from the background as well, I do see talent when I see talent, and you are definitely one of the guys who has talent.
Respect, and I appreciate you telling me that. Thank you.
Well, it's me. I'm not going to blow smoke. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. Do I despise people who run with people who are natural born cheaters? Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I do. But I also recognize talent. Then when someone has talent, you're definitely one of the guys that have a huge potential breakout year coming up to be one of the guys that everyone's talking about in the Midwest. You've already started to build that. I'm excited and also afraid to see what 2022 brings for you as a professional wrestler. Because one, we know that you're going to end up taking on some of the best talent in the world. But also, I'm afraid of what you would do to that talent in ring. Just knowing how devastating that you are.
And number one, again, respect where credit is due. Thank you for that. But I just have one problem, and this is not your fault. You said it, but it's not your fault. It's the word potential. It's the word potential. That's the problem. Everybody talks about my potential. Everybody talks about what I'm capable of or what I could possibly do. I'm so sick of potential. I want it. Whatever it may be, I want it. I'm sick of being potential. I want to be it. And that's what's going to happen from here on out. You're worried about 2022, and you should worry about 22. But I suggest you worry about August 1st, because I got a strong feeling in my heart that that's when that word potential turns to it. Whatever it may be, potential gets thrown out the window. I'm that guy. In August, I'm that dude. Y'all ain't gonna have a choice, because I'm not gonna give you a choice. And again, it's not your fault. It's something that you're new to me. So that's what you would naturally say. But for so many years, you get sick of hearing people say, you got potential to do this. You could do that. You might do. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. How many people like how many matches out of that? Like, let's be real. I haven't even had 10 matches yet. I'm on TV. I'm doing my thing. I'm all over the Midwest. People always want Jackson P. Larkin. And the problem is, after hearing you say that, it all just clicked, man. The problem is, I've been giving y'all a watered down Jackson P. Larkin. I've been giving y'all a politically correct Jackson P. Larkin. I show up to work. I wear my suits. I come early. I talk to the vets. I talk to the legends. I pay my respect. You've been getting a watered down version. I think in order for me to get it, I have to give you all of me. And I'm going to just go ahead and say it. On August, you're going to get all of Jackson P. Larkin.
So we're going to see the Jackson P. Larkin, not the one who's been held back. We're going to get to see you going full barrels, full force, showing the world who you really were meant to be.
Had a talk with Miles, Mercer, C Red, and they told me I'm getting a little soft on, and they were right. They were right. I might not have wanted to hear it at the time, but they were right. You just been getting this corporate version of me, this watered down version of me. I'm not the guy that they recruited. You got to remember, we all know each other because we all from the same place. They're probably them two and Brave and Fett are probably the only three people that know what I'm capable of. And I think it's time that I let the world know what I'm capable of. And it starts in August.
In closing, what do you have to say to your fans, your supporters, your haters, and the veterans and the legends that you are seeing on a daily basis?
Simple. Off with your head. Off with your head. You stand in my way, off with your head. You got something negative to say, off with your head. If you choose to follow me, be careful because we're going to have to fight together. Otherwise, it's off with your head. Regardless, I'm done. I'm done with all this watered down stuff. Just know something's coming. And I can't tell you to be prepared because you don't know what it is. Something's coming. I promise.
Strong words from Jackson P. Larkin. Ladies and gentlemen, this is John Buller from Pro Wrestling Tonight. In closing, we actually want to pay a special tribute to our good friend who sadly passed away this week, Mr. Mike Dempsey. He was not only a great man of our community, but also a big part of our Alco TV studio family. And Mike, we will miss you. Tonight's episode is dedicated to you and your memory. Thank you for being a great man to work with, but also, being part of all of our families here at Alco TV. In closing, wrestling fans, August 21st, show up to Michigan City. See this man right here, Jackson P. Larkin, do what he does best against his arch nemesis, the Black Wolf, Brave and Fat, in a Michigan City street fight. This is John Bullard from Pro Wrestling Tonight. I'll see each and every one of you at ringside.